Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Death March podcast. Finally, it has come, the reckoning, Kingdom Hearts 3. Joined, as always, this time in linear order, Arjun. How's it going?
Hello, everyone. Who made it?
My awesome Sora stand-in.
Hello, that's me. I'm Sora.
I was almost worried that you would forget who you placed as yourself.
I'm Sarah. I'm Sora.
That'd be Negi. And then, of course, last but not least, we have Kyrie.
It's me, Fluvial.
How's it going?
Kyrie.
You go, Princess of Heart.
Yo, you get him,
Yeah.
man.
I'm one of the lights.
I mean, fair. You used to be one of the most important characters in the series, but then Kingdom Hearts 2 and forward happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels bad.
It's a little sad that your nobody ended up being a little bit more important than you. So.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Kyrie's not that important. Maybe later after she gets out of the hyperbolic time chamber, but that's not right now. That's in the future of this podcast. As I said before,
She's got a keyblade now, bro.
Yes, she does. As I said, we're talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, and as it's the first podcast, I guess we'll start with the gameplay. Arjun, how's Magic?
Guys, let me tell you. Kingdom Hearts 1, it was a progressive, we'll say a progressive stairway upward. It was always like, they're always going forward, and they're always kind of lean towards magic. Kingdom Hearts 1, it was like we don't give a fuck about you. Magic is some bullshit that
They
you
tried
like,
their best.
when you try to cast every once in a while, but you should be hitting things with that key, because you are the chosen key master. You're not Donald. And then Kingdom Hearts 2, you're like, you know what, if you want to kind of be Donald, we'll try to, like, sort of help you be Donald. Kingdom Hearts 3, I am Donald. They care about magic users. So they did the same thing in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, where instead of doing the sword, like the different weapon choices for your attributes and skills and stuff, they give you memories from the previous games, and they ask you what do you associate with?
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
give you like images.
The dive to heart at the very start.
That was honestly
Yeah.
so cool. I love that run back that they changed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause the other games, it was always like, here's 3 pedestals, a sword, shield, and a staff or whatever, a stick. But in this game, was it 2 choices in total? It was 2, right?
I think it was 2 choices, I believe.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it was 3 memories and then 2 choices of that. So that and that again.
Yeah, but like memories, literally, as in Metal Gear Solid 4 style, where there was scenes from previous games to reflect what the thing was.
Same
Yeah.
graphics.
Yeah, it was literally just screenshots.
Graphics and all.
They do that
Although
a
it
couple
doesn't-
times.
Yeah, they do. And although it doesn't really like denote like what any of them how it correlates, you can kind of get a like feeling of like
Yeah, because it
what
was,
you're going to be going into.
What was the first choice? It was between vitality, wisdom, and balance, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Spirit. Oh no, it was vitality. No, it was wisdom. Okay, yeah. So it was like, I wrote down what it actually did. I don't know if I.
So the magic one, I'll just say mine because I do remember mine. There's the one choice is like obviously like +1 to like magic, and
Oh, got it.
the skill that I chose, the wisdom skill that I chose, was being able to cast successive magic spells and use less mana while doing it. So it's basically you can spam magic now.
Yeah, you get like a special buff. Apparently, it's also changing how your stats are going to scale later on. Like, if
Yeah.
you chose wisdom, you'll get +2 to your magic scaling, and I think it's like +0 to your vitality scaling, but that's fine.
Yeah, just don't die, just spam thunder.
Yeah, you could be halfway across the world to spam thunder and you're on it. And then the second choice is, it's like warrior, mystic, or something, I forget. But it's
Kindness.
I think it's Guardian.
Guardian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, that one was Mystic, Guardian, and
Warrior.
Melee. Or yeah, warrior.
Yeah, and that one's the standard, like Kingdom Hearts 2, what order you're gonna learn abilities in.
Yeah.
So I went balanced warrior, I think. What about you guys?
I think I went the same, but I honestly regret it because I actually enjoyed the magic system so much. I actually wish I kind of optimized magic a bit more.
I went as per KH2 tradition. I went Mystic and Wisdom.
Yeah, go.
I went with balanced and guardian
Oh,
because I
okay.
like getting defensive skills.
Look at you. But I guess just some general gameplay impressions. Do you guys feel like the base running around movement feels a little messed up?
Yep.
Like, have you noticed that?
I think it feels more fluid. I think like being able to run around everywhere. I think everything feels more like to accommodate for the bigger worlds. You move faster and you move more fluidly.
No. I don't mean like obviously Sora he can jump and flow motion and shit, and that feels really good. But I mean like literally just tilting the stick to run. It feels a little fucked.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Really?
Yeah, so when you play it next, just spin the stick in 360 degrees as fast as you possibly can over and over, and you'll see what I mean. Because Sora, like, I don't know what exactly is causing it, but he'll try to go in one direction, and then if you move to another direction too fast, he'll pretty much stop on a dime and do like a rotation and then start running again. It feels like he's snapping to the different axes instead of running in a fluid circle. And
Oh, essentially, I think
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to. For me, how when he did that, I guess I understand what you mean, but to me, I just felt like they made him do like a pivot.
yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, it's probably more realistic in how someone would actually run, but in compared to Kingdom Hearts 2, which I had just played right before this, or 0.2, I guess, but like, he can't run fluidly around in the arena as much as I would want.
Well, I think that's where you have to start using camera to like assist your like turning and movement.
Yeah, maybe I should just steer with the camera, which is what I do in the
I think that's what I
RPGs.
did.
That's why I think I didn't
Because-
notice it because I already steer with the camera, so I don't know.
Yeah, in action
Yeah, because
games
once
like
I
this,
started
don't.
playing, I stopped noticing it. I think it's because I usually use the camera to steer.
I only notice
Um,
it when I'm trying to switch the cardinal directions.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to me too when I first picked it up. I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Like, I got used to it, it's not that bad, but it just feels a little herky-jerky.
Yeah. I also noticed that the axis of rotation when you turn, it's not centered on the body. It's a little bit behind the body.
What do you mean?
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but it looks kind of weird to me. Like when you run and you turn directions, the center point of that rotation is a little bit behind Sora's
Oh,
body
gotcha.
instead of on his body.
Okay. Maybe that's what's causing it, because it was the same problem in 0.2. Not as bad
Yeah.
as in 0.2, but it was the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was, as far as I remember, these are the only two Kingdom Hearts games that do that. But,
Yeah, that happened to me in 0.2 as well. I thought it was worse than 0.2.
Yeah, it was. But, like, I don't notice it too much when I'm fighting. It's only when I'm trying to run around. I'm like, hey. Also, when you're trying to walk slowly, I don't know if you guys did this. So there's a lucky emblem in Olympus that's shaped out of the mountains. You can see it when you're on a higher cliff. I tried to like
Yeah.
walk to the edge of the mountain to take a picture, and Sora just fucking dashed right off. Because you have to very gingerly move the stick forward to not make him take like 3 running steps.
He's just yeah.
But yeah, what are you guys' impressions on the melee combat? Coming straight off Kingdom Hearts 2.
It's very fun, actually. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm hella down. I just again I wouldn't really know, but when I don't have magic to use, I think it's very enjoyable. And yeah, yes, it's a lot flashier, and yes, as a result, I feel like the difficulty kind of tones down because of all the things that help you out and all the ways that you kill things.
Yeah.
But combat itself has become so fun that I actually don't mind it not being that difficult anymore.
Yeah, and as a whole, I think the Kingdom Hearts 3 combat's really fun, but if you like take one mechanic out of place and just examine it, you're like, this is kind of broken a little bit in certain ways. Except magic. I think magic's fun.
Yeah, Like magic is okay, but that like the ship, the rides,
Yeah, the attraction
attractions.
flows.
You can spam those in every fight,
And they're so
basically
frequent.
use those. Yeah, they're very, very frequent. And then also using that slow motion, like shot thing, the focus
The
gauge.
shot lock.
Yeah, no, the focus gauge stuff, where you just like spray something with bullets.
Yeah,
you
shot
just
lock.
lock onto it. Yeah,
Yeah, there's so many mechanics. So for me, basically, like, coming straight off Kingdom Hearts 2 and really appreciating that, the basic melee, it feels not as fluid because I don't know how to explain it. There's like weird pauses and such, so that when you're attacking, when you hit the button, Sora doesn't always act right away because he's still in end lag from the previous hits, whereas in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, he would attack pretty much right away, and it felt more fluid. But it's not too bad still because the combos are snappy enough, and there's a lot more you can do out of them. Like you can do attacks and cancel with dodge rolls or blocking, so that
yeah,
you don't need the fluidness as much as in Kingdom Hearts 2, because the fluidness from Kingdom Hearts 2 was required because bosses they would fuck you up, like they were so mobile, whereas in this one not so much, and because they can break out of attacks, you can then guard or dodge roll. You don't need to have really short end lag. And then, like, magic feels good. I don't know how I feel about all the spells being 360 heat-seeking missiles, though.
well, I mean that's because if you have the command on for it though,
No.
like the magic lock on.
No. Like, so if you say you cast fire at something and it misses, the fire will loop around and try to hit it from the back.
Oh,
Really? I think that's cool. What do you not like about it?
No, I don't like it. I just think it's weird. You see a fireball do like a 180 loop, and it's like, hey, I'm coming back.
Heat seeking a fire.
does Blizzard do that by any chance?
I don't remember, but
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
say-
it
think
does.
it tracks. I
I think
think
it-
fire might be the only one that does it.
No, water
fire
does
and
too.
water.
I've seen water do like
Okay.
2 loops trying to hit his target before he hit a wall.
Water makes sense. It's a fluid,
Yeah.
like it can change. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like that vibes with water, but yeah, fire.
I just feel like in a game where Sora is so strong that everything in front of him gets decimated, you don't need the safety net as much.
yeah, you'd
I mean,
think
like,
so
it's-
because
Also, you have so much MP and Grand
yeah, and
Magic.
no, dude, you have so much MP. Imagine me, dude. I chose
Your
Mystic Wisdom.
Your MP
I
bar
can
is like the entire
spam.
screen, right?
No, it just barely like when my MP bar is pretty normal size. It's just when I cast, it barely takes up
Oh,
anything.
gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wrote down my notes here that like the melee combo doesn't feel as good because there aren't as many combo modifiers, but I think that's mitigated one by the fact that I'm getting more combo modifiers now. Like I have the triple hit finisher, which is pretty good, and then again also like dodge roll and casting magic and team attacks.
Wait. The most important thing. We get dodge roll right away.
Yeah, you get dodge roll right away, and thank God for that. Thank
So
God for
happy.
that.
I'm so happy.
So,
Also, there's more shortcuts
for
Yeah.
attacking or
for magic and stuff.
oh yeah. So there's 3 shortcut decks now instead of 1.
Yeah, which is really nice. And you can actually rotate between the 3 in your menu.
Yeah. Just because I'm an idiot and I want to use all of my spells all the time, I wish they had bound the 2 or the 3 shortcuts to different buttons. Because
yeah.
No, I got you on that
I
one.
agree.
Because I'll be
I
like, I'll
agree.
have all 4 of my attack spells on 1, and if I want to use Cure, I have to hit down and then triangles where I put Cure, and then I have to remember to hit back up to go back to the magic ones. Else I'm like casting Wreck-It Ralph by accident.
You're very right, my friend. I wish if you were gonna cater to magic users and add grand magic and add like
Oh, Grand
the
Magic's so
ability
good.
to like just like maneuver through battles with magic, why couldn't you just add more like hotkey?
Yeah,
abilities?
and is it R2 that isn't used for anything? I think it's R2. It's used for like swapping targets when you're locked on, but like, come on.
And it's used for like miscellaneous things, like when you're using the double arrow guns, you can.
Oh
like,
yeah.
start
Okay,
doing-
you know what? Never mind. I guess they couldn't have used R2, but they could have figured something out. Double tap L1 maybe.
Yeah.
Is
Um,
L2 used for anything?
It's for like team attacks and reaction commands.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I cycle through them.
Which, speaking of, I guess we can just talk about that whole reaction command system plus like grand magic and form changes, like that, whatever that's called. I don't know what the system itself is called with the little
But
arrows.
if you do successive things, you
Yeah.
get rewarded with a successive stronger thing.
I guess you could call it like a momentum gauge. It's as Sora lands hits of any
Yeah.
kind, it generates up to 3 little arrows, and once you hit like a 4th arrow stack worth of hits, he gets some kind of situation command, which is an evolved version of reaction commands. So if you use a lot of magic, you'll pop up like a grand magic spell, which is just like a badass Fire Raza, I think they call it, for no MP, it just explodes, it kills everything. Or sometimes Donald or Goofy will have like a team attack. Goofy's one is legit. And then
Yeah.
the thing that I don't know if I like yet, I think I'm leaning towards yes, are the form changes, which also come from this momentum gauge. So, what do you guys think of form changes as a concept, not just specific ones?
Well, I think form change. All they did was they took the forms that were attached to your clothing in Kingdom Hearts 2, and they shifted it from being attached to your clothing to be attached to your Keyblade. And I think that's a better option, because I think it makes more sense in that story for your Keyblade to be more versatile than the fucking clothes that you're wearing.
Yeah. Also, you can equip multiple Keyblades at once and swap between.
Yeah, like I am definitely down for, like, even though I will always miss Wisdom Form and like Final Form and stuff, and they were cool.
Yo.
I think it's a lot smarter to be doing this and like it, because let's be real, we all used one or two types of Keyblades. We didn't switch Keyblades enough, and
There was no reason
think-
to.
yeah, exactly. There's no reason to switch if you had a favorite, but now there is, because they offer more than just their stats. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
And they have abilities.
Yeah, what I like
them.
to do. What I like to do is I like to use my Keyblade that has higher strength when I'm hitting enemies, and once I'm about to get enough arrows for the form change, I swap to the Star Seeker Keyblade because I really like the dual guns.
Me
With
too. Wisdom Form.
Yeah, Wisdom Form.
It's good.
I love using the
Good, and
R2
you
just to
can-
dump on one guy. Just
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I like the changes themselves, the different forms, but what I don't necessarily like is it feels like for one, the basic combo is almost entirely the same, except for like the level 2 versions where it becomes a completely different weapon, or the guns. But like the basic combo is always the same, so it feels like the form changes are there to spice up the melee combat instead of just having more in-depth melee combat. Because like Kingdom Hearts 2, you had a bunch of different abilities to do different combos with, and then when you went to Drive, it was like a completely different moveset, and you're like, oh, sick, right? But then you go to form change for like, I don't know, the shield one. It's basically just the same combo. It's just the only thing different is you get the shield ability, and eventually you can build up to a finisher. I think I would have liked it better if the form changes acted more like Drive forms, which some of them do. So far they've been, like the hammer one and the guns, they feel different enough, but I wish they had maybe not relied on that so much to spice up melee instead of just making melee have more depth.
Like how though? How would you suggest melee be improved
Oh, you know,
in
like
place of the form change?
more combo modifiers that opt for different combo routes. Like, where's my launcher ability? I got aerial spiral, which is pretty good. Or just like some other different kinds of attacks. Maybe have like a heavier kind of swing you can alternate into, or what have you.
Kind of like a heavy and a light attack sort of thing.
Maybe not that far, but something in that idea. Like, you know how in Final Fantasy 15 you do the basic combo, and if you let go and tap it again, you do like a heavy attack?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that, or I don't know. But it feels like the basic melee combat is surface level, and then you go into the shield melee combat, and that's a different kind. It's surface level, of a different variety. Like, there's 4 cardinal directions on the compass. Like, Keyblade combat is the north, then you go to shield, it's the same shit, but it's on the east side now. It looks slightly different, but it's basically the same thing. And then you go to like the hammer combo. It's basically the same 4-hit combo thing. But there's no like combo modifiers, no way to do anything but the basic combo and spice it up with other stuff.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And I wouldn't mind that as much. Well, okay, wait, let me back that up. Compare that with like Valor form, where melee combat felt super different to Sora's regular combat, because he was dual wielding Keyblades. He had like a launcher and then a drill spin in midair and then a ground pound and that sort of thing. And then you went to Master form, and that was all aerial combat focus, and he had a completely different moveset.
It would be cool if the form changes change like the basic attributes a little bit more. Like, say, one increases your melee range by a lot, or one makes you more defensive, or etc.
Well, that's technically what they do. Like the hammer.
Yeah.
Does
Well, some of them
technically-
do that, yeah. Like the first couple Keyblades, not so much, but then you get like the guns, you get the hammer, and those feel different, kinda. But I'm still just hitting X 4 times to do my combo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Also, it just makes me sad because the time limit on the form changes is kind of short.
It is.
Yeah, but you can get abilities that extend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think when you upgrade your Keyblades, they can get attributes attached to them that increases the length of them
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I have a couple of form change extender abilities. Just makes me sad. Also, like the finisher is, once you use the finisher, that form's gone, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
It's
You
cool
have to just
that
wait till the
how-
very end.
It's cool how the next 2 form changes you get, they have a secondary form change too,
Yeah,
like
to
with
extend
the
it.
Toy Story Keyblade or the Starseeker one.
I do like that
And-
aspect of it, where it feels like a race to get that second form before it's too late.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you just have a missile launcher instead of 2 guns,
Yeah.
and you're like, all right, I'm
Big
gonna
sniper
destroy you
rifle.
now.
yeah. And I have been selling it a little bit short to make the point, because there is one other thing you can do. I don't know if you guys have done it yet. If you build up a form change, go into it, and then swap off of that Keyblade, you can store that chart. You can store the form until you go back to it. The time doesn't run out.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, that's cool.
So-
you just store your other 2 Keyblades for a boss fight or something.
Oh, you know what? I did that accidentally once.
Yeah, so I've just been
I was
doing
like,
that.
What the hell?
I'll build up like the magic rocket launcher and then just throw it away for a rainy day, and I'll just stick with the second form.
That's really cool. I like that. I didn't know that.
That makes it tactical.
Yeah, so there is that at least. Like that part's pretty cool.
That's sick because you can straight up just like if a boss battle comes and you're having some trouble, pull out a missile launcher. Like,
Yeah, so what I did against one of the bosses is I built up the shield form, and then I tucked it away because I knew later on in that form he had a bunch of bullshit attacks. Like, I need to block all these, so I'll just swap back when I need it.
that's cool.
I
like
guess
that.
I guess something that I miss, which I thought would have been cool, is if there's something that was equivalent to growth abilities. Like if you got some sort of special ability after leveling up your form changes or something
That could have been cool.
that you would just have with you.
Or maybe just make it
Oh.
so some of the passives on the Keyblade's extra forms come into just having the Keyblade out.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something, Arjun?
No. I was gonna be like compared to Final Fantasy 9, where it's like if you use
yeah.
a Keyblade enough, you just gain permanent abilities from it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Uh,
And then, yeah, Arjun, you talked about shot locks earlier. I think kind of the same problem for me is that they feel super disjoint from the rest of the game, kind of like the attractions.
Yeah.
There's no way to combo shot locks.
Yeah, it's literally just like for me anyway, it's either a first resort move or a last resort move just to fucking like add some damage on the counter.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
get
doesn't-
that AoE going.
It doesn't do any like I wish they seemed like they transitioned it into other forms of combat, like into magic, into melee, into fucking form changes. They don't. It's just its own thing that takes you out of the combat, kind of.
Yeah, the whole
Each-
combat system kind of feels like a kitchen sink approach, which is
Yeah. It's like here's your tools, and
that's
like it's
the Osaka
with-
way, I guess.
it sounds like we're shitting on it collectively, but we're not. Again, I really, really do enjoy Kingdom Hearts combat.
As
we're
a
just kind of
package, it's pretty
dissecting
good.
it.
I feel like all these combat options kind of gives a bit of a glass cannon effect. Like I feel like if you're on the back foot, you lose health really quickly because you're either swarmed by enemies that will just constantly go at you, or they just do a lot of damage, and you just gotta. It kind of backs you into using some of those abilities sometimes because that's just like the best way to clear it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Sora is extremely strong, so you're usually fine.
Well, I don't know. I take so much damage.
You need to use the shot locks that steal health.
Oh, I did not know those exist.
Also, water is a shield. When you're casting
really?
it, when the water's flying around you, yeah, it's a barrier.
Yeah, it's a shield.
Oh shit, I did not know that.
That's why you run around, cast that shit.
Yeah,
and you're just
that's why the
like
cast time is so long. And then the one thing I do like about shot locks is you can activate flow motion out of them, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like instant gap closer. It's like, hey, flunk, I'm over here now. And then
I also like Arrow for that reason because it allows you to combo. Like Arrow is a magic that allows you to combo into going into melee. So like, say like as a magic user, I'm running out of fucking like mana. I'm like kind of fucked. I cast Arrow for my last little bit of my MP bar. I go onto it because it sounds like a whirlwind. You run up to it, jump, and you have this fucking like shot lock instantly. You basically have a setup to start kicking people's
yeah, you
ass.
just get
shit,
flung in the air, and then if you have the full motion ability, you can get. It might be a warrior-based level path thing. You do a full motion like downward cleave attack. So I just run up into an arrow whirlwind, fly up, and then do that, and it just does so much damage.
Yeah.
I get a full motion. This is your first experience with it, right, Arjun? Because you never played Dream Drop Distance.
Oh, I didn't even know it was in Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, no, this is from Dream Drop. It's not as incredibly broken as in Dream Drop, but it's still pretty good.
That's really cool. They're adding like the form changes from KH2, the full motions from Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, the shot locks from Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, form changes kind of are from Birth by Sleep too.
Yeah, that too.
It's slightly, because in Birth by Sleep you would just build up a meter and then you would auto change into the next form.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Which
you go
actually,
to that thunder one or the fire one, yeah.
Yeah, which actually
Darkness
props
one's
to
OP.
props to the team because thank God sometimes I don't want to transform right away. So thank you for not forcing me to transform as soon as my meter's built.
Yeah, it's good though that they took the best parts. I guess that's why it feels like a kitchen sink thing, where it's like,
Yeah.
why is it just all this bullshit? But it's because they're trying to tell us like, hey, by the way, we tried our best to take the good stuff of everything because this is like our like best work or our compilation. These are like
Yeah.
greatest effort.
They're like,
That's
okay,
also
people want to play Kingdom Hearts
Something to keep
for
in
the
mind.
gameplay? Go for it. Have all this.
Yeah, exactly.
Go.
Something to keep in mind too is we're still early game, so we don't know all the skills that you can learn. Too, there might be new options or new keyblades that have cool form changes as well.
The Keyblade you get out of Tangled. It's good. It's also just
I
the
like
Scepter
it.
and the
It's really
Pious from
good.
Final Fantasy 15, but whatever. Again, we didn't really talk about Full Motion itself. Full Motion is like free running, parkour, all of the above.
You glow when you interact with the environment, and which allows you to use that glow for combat purposes.
Yeah, so you can like air dash into a wall, and then you can either bounce off the wall with another dash, or like super jump off it, and then do specific flow motion attacks. So you can like air dash into a pillar and just swing around it with your keyblade out. Kind of the same deal. You can't combo as easily into it because they removed the ability to just dodge roll into a wall and do flow motion. But hey, it was too strong.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other like specific gameplay things you want to talk about before we just get into the story?
Gummy ships?
Okay. You know what? I'm banning you.
Dude, let me tell you a fucking tale. Gummy ships.
Gummy ships are all right now.
Gummy ships are fucking dope in this game, guys. You didn't think you'd hear this out of any of us, but gummy ships are like fun as hell. And you're in this hub world now. You have this like gummy ship hub world, and between worlds, you're flying through like space. Basically, it's like they modeled the space between worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's free flight now.
turns out that not making them rail shooters makes them not suck.
Yeah, and then like and adding like optional rail shooter missions is what kind of like spices it up. Also, I made this broken wall ship, and like I kill everything. I get air rank on everything. It's wonderful.
I put a
Yeah.
dog on my ship. I got the dog plushie.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's fun. It's cute.
It makes me go
Down
slower,
with it.
but I don't mind.
Yeah.
And then some random other things. The Keyblade Forge. I love that you can upgrade your Keyblades, not have to abandon them because their stats are bad.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
good. And then the camera mode. I'll fucking hunt down every single Keyblade or every hidden Mickey I can find. I'll take as many pictures of enemies and selfies as you want, man. I love
Yeah, it's
camera
kind of
modes.
fun. If you take a picture of an enemy, does anything happen?
Sometimes there's a Moogle who wants a challenge. Or he has a photo challenge for specific enemies.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, there's no real point. Okay.
Yeah, otherwise not really. It's just it's for me. It's my scrapbook.
Okay.
It's from since Final Fantasy 15. I just gotta take pictures of my journey, man. What if I need
That's
them?
fair.
What if I need them? Speaking of, did you guys notice that they just stole the Final Fantasy 15 menu?
I didn't notice that, so you can definitely
They just straight up like jacked it. Like you go to the menu, right? You press pause and you get the standard like items, abilities, whatever. Go click items, and then it gives you like the little. It goes left trigger, then items, weapons, armor, what have you, as a icon list on the top, and then goes R2 on the other side, and then it's a list, and it looks exactly the same. It's weird. They pulled a jack move,
Ooh.
and they also pulled a jack move with the photos and the cooking. So I'm glad
And
they're
Venom Rex.
yeah, and Verum Rex. I'm glad they're taking inspiration. I mean, also it's Nomura, so he's kind
It's
of
also his stuff, I guess.
he's kind of
he did do
stealing
it,
from
but
himself, but you
I
know.
just. Okay, so guys, unpopular opinion or like poll. Do you guys prefer Final Fantasy characters being kind of like shamelessly, I'll say, integrated, like KH1 and 2, just like randomly kind of like chucked in there? Or do you rather have no Final Fantasy characters like KH3, but a ton of Final Fantasy-ish influences? Like the menus, the music, blah, blah, blah. Would you rather have miscellaneous things influenced into the Kingdom Hearts world of Final Fantasy, or would you rather have actual physical characters?
I think
How about both?
I mean,
No, you don't get both. Nomura doesn't give you
I'd
both.
rather have both, but
Fine,
Nomura's a evil god, so I'd probably take having the characters there.
Same.
Same.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity not to have Ignis with Remy in Twilight Town.
You
Cooking
know,
food.
you're fucking right.
Yeah.
Like what?
It would be kind of exciting to see Noctis and the gang, like, kind of like
He's in the
getting
game.
this
Didn't
Kingdom
you play
Hearts
Toy
treatment.
Story?
Yeah, you haven't played Venom Rex? He's in the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
But no, like-
I-
Maybe he
I
wanted
agree.
Ratatouille in the game, but what if Ignis was just there, working for Uncle Scrooge?
It would have been awesome. The both of them.
blind as hell. You're like, oh.
I came up with a new recipe.
Yeah, what if
They,
you
they
saved him from the
kidify him
forest?
for the sake of it.
That would've been so-
What
Yeah,
if Remy was like pulling his hair to make him cook?
I don't understand that. Is Sora's hair connected to his brain?
No, it's a Ratatouille movie thing.
Okay, I never watched
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
It gets
Yo,
the
That's how
chef
he-
first.
Yeah, that's how he controls the main character of Ratatouille.
did the rat talk in the movie?
He
He
talked.
talked to other rats, so
Okay.
but humans couldn't.
Yeah.
I never saw the movie, so I'm like,
Yeah.
why isn't this rat talking? You're a magic rat.
And I'm sure they don't want to pay for the voice
Yeah, probably not.
lines if they don't have to.
They couldn't pay for Phil.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god, that was an awkward moment when you see Phil, but he says nothing. I'm like, dude, you definitely, the Square Enix, you definitely didn't pay for this.
Yeah,
like,
There's,
and it shows.
I think there's one other character that they did that with, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Speaking of talking though, I like that they made Sora, Donald, and Goofy talk while you're playing the game.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm tired of hearing this might be a good place to find recipe or ingredients, but I don't need a cutscene every 10 minutes that's like 10 seconds long for them to talk
Yeah.
about something.
Exactly.
I also really like how, I mean, this is definitely something we take for granted in current gen, but this is something I noticed basically because Kingdom Hearts skipped a generation. But there's NPCs and they randomly talk, like the
Oh,
places
yeah.
are actually populated.
Twilight
They're
Town.
alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God, an actual inhabited world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, speaking of, this game looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, I was-
okay. Oh, sorry. No, you go first.
Oh, I was just saying, like, in the opening scene when you're at like, you're in the water and all this, like, you see the opening cinematic, I keep expecting the resolutions to drop as it shifts to battle, and I'm like, it's not happening, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, that's exactly what I love. My favorite part, one of my favorite parts of Kingdom Hearts, is every cutscene, the way they transition into combat. All they do is turn the camera.
Yeah, the
they do that
camera's
sneaky like
pans.
camera
Oh,
angle
yeah.
turn, and it just there's nothing different. It just feels beautiful. It's
So
such a
good.
seamless transition from cutscene to combat, and it's the best I've seen.
It made me think about one of those memes where it's like when the cutscene transitions to gameplay and it shows someone on an escalator and they just stand still when they reach the top.
So good. Yeah, the part where when you go to the dive to the heart and the stained glass floor with the water on it.
The fact
So
that the
good.
stained glass was actually stained glass was a
Yeah.
very nice touch. It was, I don't know, it felt so nice to see of, like, the upgrade of everything.
And starting,
Yeah.
okay, we can talk about the story, which I guess I didn't mention at the top of the podcast. Today's story is going to go from the opening to Olympus to Twilight Town to, yeah, that's it for this podcast. So, like, for the opening, when you start as, like, KH1 Sora, and then you go look in the mirror to get to KH2 Sora, and then you play through Olympus, and then you become KH3 Sora later, like, that was cool. It made
Yeah,
progress
I
it,
also-
it made no sense when you're doing second form though. When you're playing
yeah.
as KH3 Sora, because you just do this cool transformation sequence, but you look the exact fucking same. I'm like,
Yeah, so that for like all of Olympus, I was like, okay, so I don't transform my clothes anymore, and that kind of sucks. But then no,
I just
you,
do
you were
a
just
token
using
of
the same
sorts.
model.
yeah.
I was also a little triggered to see the romper again.
Yeah, it's you gotta
It's
bring it back one
beautiful.
last time, you know.
Yeah.
It's
No, I
actually
like
also-
what I like what they did with it, but it was just like, oh god, this again.
I also like that it's even the little portrait in the bottom right corner was the same from the first and second game.
oh, I didn't notice.
And yeah, it was really neat. It was like the shitty Kingdom Hearts 1, like his little grinning ass shit eating grin. You're like, oh my god, I remember this. And yeah, it upgrades to Kingdom Hearts 2, and then finally upgrades to Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's pretty cool.
It celebrates all of Kingdom Hearts that has come before it, which I really
Yeah.
like.
Throw that romper out, Jesus Christ! How many
No.
times do you have to wear it? Throw it out.
One thing I gotta say though, I am very happy we did this Death March because I can't imagine being some of my friends that have played a Kingdom Hearts game in like 15 years coming into this and like they won't understand shit. They don't know shit at all.
Did you
And
watch
when
a summary of Dream Drop Distance and Unchained yet?
No,
Okay.
but
Oh.
being someone even then that knows a moderate amount,
Yeah.
like I needed to know this information to play this game.
Yeah,
and the fact
no.
that people are playing this based off their nostalgia and not fucking knowing anything is like astounding.
And they don't
So-
explain shit.
Yeah,
I
they-
actually no, I actually discovered something the other day because I was looking for lucky emblems, and because you know like the starting menu
Yeah.
and there's like continue new game and stuff. There's like memory archives is the last one. It actually highlights everything.
Like,
Oh.
is it
So
like
there's
text or?
No, it's a movie. It's like a little short clip. So there's 5 of them. It goes through all the books, and it essentially goes through like it's helpful because like watch a summary video like that's provided on YouTube. There's like a 30-minute thing tells you kind of like the core subject, but the 5 books just sort of shows you key cutscenes that happened in each game of like Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Chain of
okay.
Memories,
I didn't know that. That's
365. Yeah, I just discovered this
Oh.
yesterday, and it's nice. And the last one also tells you about like Dream Drop Distance, about Xehanort and all that stuff. So it's like watch a summary video that is available on YouTube because there is one that tells you like key aspects, but then that one just adds a bit more in terms of like important things that the game wants you to know. So like there's a cutscene that happens in Kingdom Hearts 3, and like Arjun was watching me play, and he's like, I don't understand this cutscene, which was with Axel and Kairi, or Lee and Kairi.
Oh,
And if you watch that, it references, like, it explains that.
I love that
Kind
cutscene.
of. It was a good cutscene. But yeah, watch that memory archive. It's also just kind of nice watching it, of like sort of seeing the progress, because it's a little Dream Eater that's explaining everything.
Chirithy.
Aw.
Is it
Yeah,
Chirithy?
the little cat. Is a cat thing with a cape?
Yeah, Chirithy.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
god, it's a Chirithy.
Yeah, Chirithy's explaining it, and he's like, "Will Sora overcome his darkness?" And then for some reason, there's one whole book just about Riku's struggles. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, there's one that's like, yeah, like beginnings, dawn, like, you know how in Kingdom Hearts 2 we were talking about Yensid shows you those 3 books you're supposed to look at?
And
It's
then-
essentially
yeah.
those 3 books,
Okay.
and then the 2 more, which is Darkness and Twilight. You're like, I don't care about Riku. But yeah, definitely watch that. It's really interesting, and it's
Okay.
just kind of nice.
Cool.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get into the story proper, I guess. Start off with a camera underwater, and it kind of like flies through this weird set of cities that are built in a conal shape in this infinite ocean, and it kind of looks like it was Italy.
Or like
There's like a
Greece or
city
something.
built into a mountain, but it's all like white marble. It kind of looks like that.
It gives me some fucking, because there's multiple of them, it gave me some hella
Yeah.
Bioshock Infinite.
Oh no. But yeah, so
Light-
it flies through,
lighthouses.
and you get to this white marble thing, and it zooms into a window, and the boy in white and the boy in black, who the glossary doesn't name, but I mean it's Ericus and Xehanort as kids.
Yeah.
They're playing some weird version of chess and philosophizing about the old Keyblade people, who they're talking about the Keyblade masters from Unchained or Union Cross, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Started the Keyblade War, and then the thing that super triggered me is Xehanort's Keyblade is mounted on the wall in the background, the one with the eye in it, because that would have been Lushu's Keyblade, who was like the secret master that was given a task by the Master of Masters to go forward and see time, so dude could see the future or whatever.
Why does he need a Keyblade if he's just immortal and through time?
He's not immortal, but he put his eye in the Keyblade, so that way, in the future, the eye relays the information back to him because he's seeing through the eye. But I want to know how it got there, because it's supposed to be with Lushu, but I guess he probably died because the Keyblade War was like 1,000 years ago.
Well, Lucio was like instructed to pass it down,
Yeah,
like train new masters and pass it down.
but why is it just on the
Sort
wall?
of so eventually got passed down to whoever's training Ericus and Xehanort, I guess.
Why is it not with that guy? Why is it on the wall?
Because it's a nice
That's
centerpiece.
his place.
I don't. And then how did Xehanort get it? Maybe he stole it. I don't know.
Just rip that bitch off the wall.
I don't. It's a weird ass town. The chess game is a metaphor for the 13 darknesses and the 7 lights. People have analyzed the trailers that have that chess thing in it. Like every chess piece has a symbol that corresponds to a character in the series.
Oh, damn.
That's also
Well-
what Kingdom Hearts 3, the opening, was kind of referring to.
Oh shit.
The cinematic, each time a chess
I'm
piece
happy I
was
didn't
moved,
see
it cuts to a person.
Yeah.
Like shit going down.
Yeah.
There's still some unidentified chess pieces from the trailers though, so I don't know all of them. Thank God.
You mean hooded figures in black?
Yeah, which you can't see.
It always is. It always is.
It always is. Some things never die.
Okay. What else I got here? Oh, right. Okay. So I just remember this because I saw it in my notes. So when you're in the Dive to Heart and they show you the memories, right? Is that the chain of memories? So you know you make the choices in the Dive to Heart, right, for your stats? Is that is that the chain of memories? Is that why Nominee had to draw pictures to fix it? Because it's literally just pictures.
I'm gonna say no. I don't want this because I
It's
don't.
probably just
want
symbolic.
It's the chain of
Yeah.
memories. And then
I don't.
It's They're waiting for their birth by sleep.
Shut up.
After that whole dive to heart nonsense, you get scenes that are lifted straight from 0.2. The ending when Sora's talking to Yen Sid. He's like, "Hey, you suck and you didn't pass the test, so you got to go
You're a
see.
bad student. You fail.
You got to go to
Yeah.
find the guy what knows how to get his power back." And they lifted the scene so hard that they didn't change Sora's voice acting from that 0.2 version. And then
I didn't notice that, but that's
yeah, no, he sounds slightly different because they had
Also,
decided how he sounds.
is it just me, or do you guys notice in certain scenes you can tell by the lip is the Japanese voice reading, but they're speaking English?
Yeah, sometimes you can see it.
Because I see certain cutscenes where I'm like, clearly the Disney characters are speaking English,
Yeah.
and they're the voice lip reading is English, but there's some of the non-Disneys, they're like, I was like, what? Your mouth was not moving in the correct... I'm just being nitpicky, but I'm like, dog, I can see it.
Square Enix has technology to fix that now. They use that for Final Fantasy 15.
Well,
And then, yeah, they just... what? I mean, nitpick, whatever. It's fine, but it's noticeable. Also, with the like pauses between lines sometimes, like, clearly the Japanese line was going longer than this.
Yeah, exactly.
But then the best thing happens in all of Kingdom Hearts after this scene, because it fades to black, and then it pops up and it says Kingdom Hearts 2.9, but it's like Roman numeral 2 point Arabic digit 9, and I'm like, that's the best. So good. It's so good.
Yeah, my reaction was just like a giant sigh.
I
So
just
just
burst
like,
out laughing.
alright.
final chapter, prologue, epilogue.
Yeah, it was altered too. I hope you know this. It used to say Reconnect Kingdom Hearts, so that they changed it just to troll you. And then, yeah, so the scene is, hey, Sora, go figure out how you get your powers back. You knew, dude, he used to do that, right? Which I knew he was talking about Hercules, but I'm like, when did Hercules get his powers back?
Oh, remember when he was all like in number 2? He was like, "I'm washed up."
Well, he
And
was
then
just tired
he-
from fighting every day, wasn't he?
He's washed up.
I thought he was just exhausted.
No, apparently not. Yeah, and then he got his powers back because Meg was gonna die, and he's like, "I gotta save her." And then he got his godhood power.
Okay. Well, you go to Olympus, and, you know, it has to take me through Olympus.
Yeah, Olympus. You show up, and there's you actually end up in Thebes, which is pretty cool. Everything's on fire though.
Yeah, but there's that
I find-
intro cutscene.
I find it really cool how they enter and they say there's no fanfare, which is the iconic music that you always hear, and they actually kind of acknowledged it.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's a couple fourth wall breaking moments in this game that are like kind of like slight nods,
Oh,
but yeah.
what are the other ones I didn't notice?
Hades saying, because it's been 18
right.
years since the last Kingdom Hearts game, and Hades being like, I made this plan for 18 years and you ruined it.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what?
And that intro scene is lifted out of one of the Hercules movies, I think. Like that, where it starts on the animated flame and he's going through his plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was another reference where it shows he tried to use Auron, Cloud, and Terra, and it all failed. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to stop using Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy-esque characters. I'm just gonna go with Titans. Just Titans.
I saw that. I'm like, why did he try the same plan 3 or 4 times in a row?
I don't know. And then also he even mentioned that you defeated the Ice and Rock Titan already, as we did that in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Which I thought was
like, you know what?
non-canon, but apparently.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool that they referenced that.
Although Sora doesn't seem to notice. He doesn't react to the Rock Titan at all.
He just doesn't seem to care too much. He's like, you know what?
And,
I've
like,
killed so many things.
Keep in mind that Ice Titan was a bitch to fight, and
Yeah,
so I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you shit kick it in this game.
Also, you're weaker now. How the fuck aren't you like shit scared?
He's got too
Anyway.
much young shonen optimism.
Be shonen powers activate.
What happens after that?
Well, like at the very beginning, they're just looking for Hercules and they call out to him, but it summons Hades instead.
Oh, he's like, who's yelling that idiot's name?
Yeah, I actually really love Hades, man. He's
Hades
so
great.
funny.
And then they just get blown across Greece, and I love the scene where Hercules catches them.
Yeah, because
Fuck
he
it.
grabs
Herc's just like-
Donald, he grabs Goofy and Sora.
Yeah. Like how you guys literally dropped in.
And Donald gets wrecked as always.
Hercules legit just pulls some All Might like Boku no Hero thing of like, do not fear, for I am here. I'm like, thanks.
Thanks, homie.
Thanks, buddy. And then my favorite fucking characters in the entire world show up. Fucking Pete and Maleficent.
And they're looking for a box.
And I fucking wanna die.
And the
Yeah,
box.
I don't know what that's about.
The box was given to Lushu way back when, and he was told not to open it. And so no one knows what's inside of it. I think Lushu was told what was in it, though. I think because he was curious. Master's like, all right, I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
he
what's
did
in
tell him.
it." Yeah. Master's is a
Okay,
great
fine.
character. He's so
Okay,
goofy.
fine, you can know.
Yeah, he's hilarious. It's worth watching back cover just for him.
Yeah, if you have 2.8, just watch the back cover movie. That guy's great. I love him. Voiced by
I don't have
Nakas,
it.
also.
So I will just Google it later.
You go. Okay, and then... Oh, right. This is when... Because Thebes is on fire, as you said. And then Hercules notices this girl calling out for help.
Yeah.
Like halfway across the galaxy, apparently.
Yeah, on
and
the
you're
other
like, wait a
side
minute,
of
there are other
Thebes.
people in this fucking
Well-
game?
Well, it's like Hercules launches you into the sun, so that way you can get to that girl in time to save her. I'm like, where is she? 'Cause
Man, I love that. I love how that
heard
played
her.
out.
You heard and saw her. Where is she?
He's like, running's too slow. Proceeds to spend a minute making them climb on a giant statue, and then he eats them across Greece.
I mean, that was cool.
I made like a biblical style quote in my notes where I'm like, and then onto the statue, Hercules lifted, and then Sora said, "Ye us over the streetus, and he doth eat over the street."
You glitched the hell out, but I understood what
I
you were
definitely
saying.
got the gist.
Yeah, we got it. And then, what happens after that? Sora meets Maleficent and Pete, and they're like, "Hey, you
They
suck."
fucking make fun. Yeah, they fucking tear on Sora for a bit, and they're like, "You got weaker, bitch." And
And Sora's like super self-conscious.
yeah, his confidence is shot, man.
Which is actually kind of like sad because like everyone's just kind of like shitting on him, like, "Yo,
Yeah,
sorry, you suck."
when
now.
Pete's shitting on you, you have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
think. This whole sequence kind of jumbles up together because you're trying to fight through Thebes to reunite with Hercules, I think.
I'm also honestly I was just so like overwhelmed by like the world in itself that I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's so
holy
big.
shit, this world is so big, and like
Yeah.
it's just like you're in awe because it's Kingdom Hearts 3, right? And you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I have to do this? Yeah, sure, buddy, whatever.
It looks so good. The levels are like big and not box shaped, and you can like run up walls and explore all the nooks and crannies. It's so much fun.
And also less loading rooms.
Yeah.
No loading rooms.
Yeah, I don't think there are actually. Like there's
Like,
not
unless
many
you're going
times.
how much I needed Kingdom Hearts 3 until I saw Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, wow.
Yeah, unless you're distinctly going to like a separate area entirely. Yeah, there's like
Man.
that whole area of Thebes is just one area. There's no loading screen at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only a load screen when you go to Mount Olympus, the realm of the
Yeah.
gods. Damn.
Which is like an entirely different environment. So that's like fair.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the part where you have to save Hercules because he's keeping a house up with his bare hands from collapsing. That's pretty cool. Then it
What a man.
collapses, and he's like, "Whatever, it's cool. You saved the guys." And then Zigbar shows up.
Yep.
Yeah, you're like, I don't get this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
okay,
says some cryptic shit and then leaves.
I was confused because I totally didn't know that all the organization people came back.
Yeah.
I didn't play Dream Drop Distance. I'm like, why is he here? I thought I killed him.
So the mechanic is, if your Heartless is killed and your Nobody is killed, you get quote-unquote recompleted and you become a person again.
You become a somebody.
But
So does that mean technically Sora repopulated a lot of the world because of all the Heartless and Nobodies he's killed over the past?
theoretically, yeah. But that
Wow.
that
Yeah, that's why
begs the
Twilight Town has so many
question-
people.
I guess
Yeah, that's
so.
why Olympus has so many people. All those tournaments you took part in, you're actually saving everybody.
Oh shit. That introduces a really weird problem though, because you never see the Heartless for any of the organization, so you're just kind of left to assume that they had strong enough wills for sick ass nobodies, but their Heartlesses were like fat bodies and shadows.
Actually, Arjun brought up a good point, because I asked him about this earlier, because we thought about that. But wasn't it the mushrooms?
It was the mushrooms. Remember the Mushroom Organization 13? It was an optional thing in Kingdom Hearts 2,
Yeah,
there
were
was a
they
Heartless-
specifically those dudes?
but well, there's nothing saying that they were, but dude, they were called like they were
They
called.
were. Actually, wait, no, it couldn't be because Xemnas and Ansem.
Whoa,
Whoa,
what the
Kobe.
hell's that? Jesus.
Kobe, no.
Is this better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
My mic.
did a monster
Jack up.
eat you?
No.
Did you
Did you
get
get
Norded?
taken to the corridor of darkness?
No, literally my jack rotated a bit and it went.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Uh,
so it couldn't have been them?
because Xemnas and Ansem, and Xemnas is in the Organization 13. Unless there's only 12 mushrooms, I don't know.
It could
I don't
have
know.
Yeah.
I think just for
I think
um,
that's a fun idea.
I think it is.
Just
And,
headcanon it.
I would headcanon it because there's no other thing explaining it, and if you would rather have no explanation than an explanation,
I
then
kind of like the idea that you can just stomp Larsine's ass when she's a big body.
yeah.
Nice.
Does anyone remember what Zigbar actually says, though? I don't really.
It was pretty
Um,
cryptic.
There's some cryptic cutout shit, and I don't want to reference it because I'm gonna play the game and be like, "Oh shit, that's what he said." Whoa, sick plot twist.
Oh, yeah, this is jumping forward a little bit, but there's that scene, it's like right after you finish the world or something. The scene cuts to black, like, mid-line for him.
Yeah,
I was so
that's a very
confused. I was like,
normal
did I skip it? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But then I rewatched it, and even the subtitles are intentionally cut off with, like, the little double hyphen. So I was like, oh, okay, that's intentional. It's just really stupid. It's like how in anime, some guy's going to explain something important, and then someone else barges and interrupts the conversation, and it happens like 4 times.
I
Yeah.
hate when that happens.
It's great. After that, you get a sick mini-boss, who's an Iron Giant-looking dude from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
In Thebes with the giant sword, and you're like, "Phew," I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, I think I could be wrong, could be misremembering. I want to say there's like a similar counter-looking attack you can do to him if you block it. That's like from the Versus 13 trailer, where you like grab the sword and cut him with it. I might be misremembering. Pretty sure that happened.
If it did, I did not encounter it. But
I
that
didn't
does
do it
sound
on my
sick as
first
shit.
fight, but I did do it. Oh yeah, also I should mention I'm doing 2 playthroughs. I'm also doing a level 1 playthrough, because you
Why are
demolish
you
everything.
doing that?
Because I'm cool.
What does it do?
Nothing. It's just harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strange flex, but okay.
I just wanted to keep playing the game, and
That's fair.
we were at the checkpoint, and I was like, well, because I can't progress unless I'm streaming, and sometimes I can't stream, so I'm like, I'll just play level 1. It'll be fine. But yeah, so I didn't get it on my first playthrough on the regular one on the stream, but I want to say on level 1 playthrough I got it because I had to like block an attack, and then that happened. But I could be misremembering that.
Zigbar sounds like the name of a line of snack bars made out of figs that Xehanort has started, and it's got a bit of his dark essence in it. That's why he's got that.
That's a
That's a
conversation.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, where did that come from?
I don't know. I just thought about it when I thought about his name.
Zigbar.
Cool.
Instead of Fig Bar, it's Zigbar.
Part of a balanced breakfast.
Eat enough of them and you'll make the Keyblade.
You two will become a nobody if you eat these bars.
Great. After the Iron Giant, it's just moving up, trucking along here. After the Iron Giant, you enter the realm of the gods because Hades causing trouble up there, and then it's cool, like a really cool golden aesthetic, cloudy place. It looks really cool, and you get assaulted by that army of centaurs.
Oh man, I hated
yeah.
those guys.
They had a cool dynamic where you have to break their ranks, and then they're not as bad. But as a group, they'll just charge you and kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, that was actually so rude. And I was like, okay, I see you. And then that's when they first introduced was it flow motion?
Yeah, somewhere around
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah, because that's where all the pillars were, and they're like shining. They're like, hey, use these, and it will help you like break them apart, essentially.
Yeah. Do you guys have like a favorite new Heartless? Because there's a few here. There's like the sandworms and the centaurs and the dudes with the crossbows.
I actually like the dudes with the crossbows. I don't know, like they're annoying to me, but I just think they're really cute.
It terrifies me because it means that the Heartless are becoming sentient.
Oh.
They're learning to use
Oh,
tools,
I didn't
man.
think that far.
They're gonna overtake the human race.
Okay. Well, I think they're pretty cute. I think they're kind of neato.
Okay. Arjun? Favorite Heartless? Or nobody?
I've been trying to think of them. I don't know, man. The Dragoons are still my all-time favorite.
Alright, fair. Coben, you got one? Because I got one.
I like Marluxia's nobodies.
Oh, the Reaper dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
That's not in the
They look like little weird little flower bulb things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little-
it keeps
little
up with
ball.
Marluxia's flower theme.
Yeah, but
So I was gonna
they're
say
Reaper flowers.
my
Yeah,
favorite.
that's cool.
My favorite is the sandworm because you can, if you do Goofy's team attack, you can actually fling Goofy into their mouth and instant kill them.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah, actually,
what?
Yeah.
uh,
That's cool.
yeah. He just chucks Goofy into the jaws of death, and he just
Yeah,
kills
like
it from
it's just
inside.
a regular attack, but you just throw him into his mouth instead, and then he just dies.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
like
because
that.
Goofy just fucks him up internally. Like, wow,
So
Goofy, you're a
good.
cold blood killer. I love it.
Goofy's legit. I don't know how he does half the shit he does with his shield, but he does it.
That's why he should be the chosen one.
He's the chosen one.
He's the real shield hero.
He's like Poppy. He's always looking for that chosen one, not knowing he was the chosen one the entire time.
Yeah.
Who said people wielding shields suck? Goofy's the best. They just haven't learned the Beyblade move.
These
Just gotta sharpen the edges. and then trekking along, not too much worthy of talking about in the actual world itself for Realm of the Gods. There's that cool part where you like a shot lock flow motion all the way up the broken pieces of the pillars, which I thought was
Yeah,
pretty
that was
cool.
cool.
Bill, before that, you fought the Rock Titan.
Oh yeah, you have
Oh,
to fight it
right.
on the way up, and that's where
Right.
you got it to
Running
use
up the cliff.
the roller coaster.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the Rock Titan fight.
Not gonna lie,
Fair.
seeing those rocks like fragmented to pieces, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
should-
awesome.
Coben would know. He's a geologist.
Yeah, the hazard geologist in me was having an orgasm at those rocks falling down.
That's
This is so dangerous.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the Rock Titan fight. I liked that they had like AoE markers, like it was Final Fantasy 14 for his rock attacks.
Yes.
And
The blue rectangles.
and like the train attack, the train attraction move was like integrated into the boss fight itself.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
bosses seem to have one. It kind of makes me sad because the attractions do like so much damage, and it just costs.
That one was cool though.
Just cuts the fight in half. That one was cool. I didn't like it so much against the tornado because the tornado had way too much health and took too long. But
Yeah.
against the Rock Titan, it was pretty cool. Especially because you're on the train, he's like trying to punch you, and you like gun the train back. You're like, no. Or the punch back, you're like, no.
Yeah.
And then you just make him explode. It just looks cool, man. The game looks good.
Yeah.
I also kind of like how randomly, like, it's a bit of a distracting thing. Like with the splash ride one, it makes sense, but it is a little visually distracting when you're trying to use the attraction, and it'll randomly cut to the perspective of like you're watching Sora rather than like watching where you're going.
When you first proc it.
Yeah, like for example with the Hercules, the Olympus Keyblade. You know how he summons like the Pegasus, right? It'll randomly like cut to your watching him.
I can't
and that's
see
what I'm saying. It's
goddamn thing.
Yeah, you can't see anything. But I'm like, that's a little distracting, to be honest.
That's part of
that finisher is so extra.
Yeah, I love it.
It's kind of part of my problem with the attractions and some of the form changes and stuff. Like the camera cuts too much. I'm like, I can't tell what's going on sometimes.
Yeah, like I like the Olympus Keyblade when you're doing the shield. I just don't like its finisher because I can't see anything.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that finisher is any good. Doesn't it feel like it does enough damage?
It's trying its best. The pony is trying so hard.
That's fair.
It's just
lots of AoE though.
Yes.
Yeah, it does cover a lot. And you get, if you do the level 2 block, when you can punch him with the hand of Zeus.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, so Rock Titan fight, then you go to Mount Olympus, then you climb the thing, and then you have to fight 2 Titans at the same time.
Yeah, again, like, I don't know how Sora did this when we fought these Titans in KH1, like, 1v1, and they were balls hard, and fucking Sora, being weaker, somehow fights both of them and kicks their ass.
No biggie, man.
Logic.
He's like, I can do it again. I'm like, this was so hard when I did it. Like, settle down there, Sora.
But now they're bitches. I did like that there was, like, the big hill in the middle you could free run up to get into range.
You mean Zeus's body?
Yeah, actually.
There's a big chunk of Sora's body.
Hold on, Zeus, just stay there. I got this.
And then also you could shot lock free run. Is there a name for when you just shot lock and then instead of shooting them you flow motion at them? I don't know.
It's like skip hop.
I think there is. I can't remember what it's called.
Whatever. Anyway, you can do that against the Titans.
Lock free.
You can do that against the Titans to get close really fast, and I appreciated that because a lot of bosses seem like they're about flinging you halfway across the arena.
Is this a Nomura time waster?
Not anymore, because you just dash over there. Actually, that move's really powerful, just in general, because you can gap close whenever you want for free. You're like, hey, I'm over here.
You do just like that fucking anime. It's like, shoo, like you vanish.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal, kid.
Teleports behind you.
Ends your fucking life.
I like the Lava Titan. He's a big cuddly chungus.
He is a big heckin' chunga boy, that is true.
Ice Titan sucks. Tornado Titan's he's a guy. I didn't like his fight.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just made me think of like Jafar, like the genie form, and I'm like, God, please don't do this.
It just took too long. And it made me want to use the attraction commands because I didn't feel like I was doing my DPS wasn't high enough. And I didn't want to use the reaction commands. Attractions, whatever.
To be honest, yeah, I struggled a lot with the tornado fight, so by the time it was over, I'm like, oh, thank God, please. But fighting the lava one and the Ice Titan one was really good.
That was a good fight.
Then it was just also kind of funny because right after that you do the cutscene where Hercules is like, I'll save you, Dad, busts him out of the hill, and then he just throws lightning at the rock one, and then they're like, oh God, that's so mean, and they just leave. They leave.
Like, wow.
Yeah, and then Hercules grabs the tornado, sucks them all up in the tornado, and throws the tornado in space. The tornado is still working when it's in space.
Yeah, and then they explode, and then they die.
He's a Titan. He makes his own wind.
Yeah, it's like, I remember this from the movie, but now seeing it now, you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, and then that was the first world.
Yeah, so that was a good first world. Lots of exploring. I liked the climb up the mountain to get to the realm of the gods because there's a lot of verticality and exploring. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was definitely a good way to get to understand like the new mechanics, like the wall running and the jumping and hopping and the shooting and the sliding and the hooping
And
and
the hoop of the
And just
wow.
the
And the
philosophy of the game
hoopity-doopity.
too, because there's a bunch of different ways to get up the mountain. There's like 2 or 3 different paths.
yeah, and it was so fun actually. I felt like obviously going back a second time to find like for Lucky Emblem stuff, was still finding stuff. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like there's an area where you randomly just like hit a pillar and it'll just knock down like the ground, so it's like a shortcut. I'm like, what the fuck?
I came up a different path, and I had already found the chests that were hidden underneath that shortcut you unlock by breaking that pillar. So I'm like, oh, you hit the pillar. Okay, gotcha. Too bad I already got that.
Yeah,
So
same.
later.
Yeah, exactly same. I like treasure. I like finding treasure in this game. It's hidden really well. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun to find.
Yeah, like the treasure chests are like a sort of like a similar color to the environment, so you have to kind of like actually look.
I do have trouble seeing them sometimes. Yeah.
Just reminds me of Zelda, which like they like care about hiding these things for people that care to look for them.
Yeah.
They spent a long time making this game, and they tried hard.
Yeah.
But
But,
moving on.
We
did you
get
have something to say?
to. No, I was just like, no, just moving on.
There's just some story stuff in between. An interlude with Mickey and Riku in the world of darkness.
God damn it! The end up at the margin shore,
The dark crevice.
The dark margin.
the dark margin,
They,
the dark
yeah,
margarine.
They show up at the butt crack.
So basically, there's this joke of like Kyle's like asking like, "Oh hey, like, is there a name for that beach that keeps showing up all the time in Kingdom Hearts? That like Dark World?" I'm like, "No, dude, it's just called the Dark World. Like, they wouldn't have a fucking name for it. It's just the fucking Dark World. Like, they don't need a specific name. That's all they see." It's like,
then
no,
there's a
man, it
name.
has to be. So these fucking idiots searched it up, and apparently it's called the Dark Margin, or what was the other one called?
Something coastline.
The coastline close to the edge of the world.
It's anyways
The dark
the most
coastline.
outrageous fucking names on
They
the
had
planet.
to have
like,
one.
fucking stupid classification. So now we're gonna call it the Dark Margin.
The
It's like
butthole.
literally sounds like my ass crack. So there we go. There's a backstory behind that.
But yeah, so they go there because they're trying to find Aqua, who's been in the realm of darkness for like 10 years. And
Yeah,
they
it's
get
fucked up.
Yeah, they get to the beach where they thought she was, but apparently she's fallen even deeper into the darkness, into the abyss. So I think the world of Kingdom Hearts is set up like kind of like the realm of light's on the surface of the planet, and the realm of darkness is underneath it in a weird existential way. I don't quite understand how they're
suppose-
related.
Yeah, but forget about that. Can we just talk about how cool it is playing as Riku for once? Like seeing
Dude,
the
he had all the August.
yeah, he had all the high level
He's a
stuff, and it was just so
badass.
cool because it shows how weak Sora is.
Yeah, it's very true.
Because-
Yeah.
And it made me
Very true.
excited.
You felt like adequately strong. Kind of like when Pete and Maleficent are shitting on Sora. To me, I was like, I don't really understand what you're talking about. Like, I'm weak, but like I have
Kicking
to start
ass
from the
is
beginning.
fine.
Yeah, I'm starting from the beginning again, but like it's just you starting a new video game. That's just sort of like the process. But then you fight as Riku, and you're like, wow, I'm
suck
supposed
ass.
to be at this level. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And it sort of makes me think of like Mega Man X, with the whole like when you're starting as X and then you
Oh yeah.
see Zero and how cool he is, and you're like, wow,
Oh,
I need to get
man.
back to that level
That
again.
was a
You know what
good scene.
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
That scene of like, you know what, X, you're not as strong, but you can be, and you're like, I gotta get back to this level, man.
Val
I
just
gotta.
picks you up. You're a piece of shit, X, and then Zero rolls out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause of that.
But the difference here is that it's not Vile, it's just Pete. He's like, you're weak, Sora. You're like,
Ah,
I
made me
don't
feel
want
like
to hear that
ass.
from you.
I really liked Riku's dodge because he like does a teleport through darkness. It feels really good and snappy.
I just like his
as does
magic.
melee.
Yeah, dude, they fucking Againg the shit
Yeah,
out of
also
everything.
Thunder.
Listen to that.
And he had the
Oh.
team finisher with Mickey. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just felt good, and I'm like, God, it made me just want to play more of like, I need to get back up to that
I
level.
hope you get to
I
play as
really
Riku
like the
again.
fact that Mickey and Rico are traveling together. They kind of suit each other, weirdly enough.
Yeah, I like that you're seeing more of it too. Like there's 2 separate storylines going on in
Yeah.
parallel. Unfortunately, this whole sequence lasts way too short because as soon as you're done fighting this pillar of shadows, which is really cool, Riku gets fucked up.
Did anyone notice one thing though before we go on to the story? Before the cutscene of him getting fucked up by the darkness, like the Heartless, his
Yeah.
hairstyle was different.
Oh yeah. He had the long hair still.
He had the long hair, but he got fucked up
Oh,
by
yeah.
darkness, and then he had Noctis hair.
They figured he needed a haircut, man.
I think that fucking scene was fucking developed or done way earlier in the process.
Yeah, I think it is because he had short hair in Dream Drop also.
Yeah. I just think they made that cutscene. They just stitched it together because it could have made sense, and they were like, "Wait a minute!" And then the new design choices kicked in after the darkness. And it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it's fine. Also, yeah, their clothes
Anyways.
were supposed to protect them from the darkness. I don't know how that works. It's like the cloak, I guess, but they're
I
like
guess the
super
darkness was too
exposed.
strong.
Anyway, yeah, so the last two short because Ryu gets fucked up and he gets taken to the abyss. I don't like inside the shadows. I don't know where exactly he lands, but it's pitch black. And then someone's talking to him.
And then a
telling him-
mysterious voice starts talking to
a
him.
mysterious voice that's definitely not the Riku replica.
Yep.
Definitely
replica.
not.
Don't say these things. These are a theory I don't like.
He comes
But,
out of there just being like, I'll leave this broken piece of shit Keyblade for the other piece of shit.
It kind of looks
I think it's
cool
the-
though when he puts it on the beach and he's just
Yeah, it
like,
looks
"All right,
cool.
boom."
I think it is for the Riku replica too.
There's no way he
Or
just
like it was him talking.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, there's no way he just like, oh, for the other me. Like, you haven't thought about that fucker in 4 games now.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be dead.
And although distorted, it kind of sounded like his voice.
I couldn't hear the voice too well. I just went by assumption. And then, oh man, this is the part where Mickey like pulls. He's like, oh well, we're gonna need replacement Keyblades. I'm like, how the fuck do you get a replacement Keyblade? It's supposed to come from your heart. That's your Keyblade, man. What do you mean you just get a separate Keyblade?
Yeah.
Mickey found a way to mass produce them.
Yes.
He just goes to the fucking graveyard of Keyblades and just picks
Yeah, he
one.
just
Come on,
grabs
man.
one.
There's like it's not like they're using it. They're dead.
It's fair.
Well,
Recycle.
I think what happens is Mickey takes Riku to the Toyota world and they just pick up a set of keys.
Don't say these things. And I want to get your opinion on this because I didn't really understand it. There's the part where Mickey's like, "Oh, but Aqua, she's like Sora," and then Riku has like an aneurysm, and he's like, "What?" I don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Forgot
didn't
about
get it. Because then Mickey's like,
He's like a joke.
maybe in Japanese, maybe because in after that Mickey's like, "Oh, not like that, just like she's strong like him," and I'm like, what did Riku think he meant?
I think it was just like a joke.
I guess.
Like, you what?
Just
Because
Uh,
Sora's stupid.
Aqua's got a penis?
yeah, I don't know what was up with that, but moving on, whatever.
Aqua has a massive.
Moving on, everyone regroups and reminisces about their mutual failure, and then Yensid gives this charm to Sora, and that's when I'm like, what the fuck? Because it has the symbol for the Dream Eaters on it, and I don't know if it's going to have any story significance because it really just unlocks the Dream Eater summon. But why Dream Eaters, man? They're back.
3 meters.
They're back. And then
Yeah, they're bringing everything back.
yeah, everything's coming back. If I don't see a Chirithy in this game, I'm gonna be pissed.
Everyone is here.
Or the unversed.
I mean, yeah, you're
No, I
right
can
because
do
the
without
unversed come from Vanitas, so
Yeah. But Venus is around from the trailers.
yeah. So
I could
I don't know.
honestly go without that.
But they had cool designs. I don't know, the little rat ones.
Hard pass.
You suck. You know
I
what else
don't want
sucks?
this.
Sora's cell phone.
The gummy
God.
phone.
Chip and Dale made it. Come on, man. They're chipmunks.
The
Yeah.
chipmunks, you fuckers.
The
You made a
problem.
cell phone, a
Okay.
working cell phone.
Okay,
I'm impressed.
I have so many questions about this. The internet and phone lines work across the universe?
They do.
Chip and Dale are
Yeah,
really
Chip
good
and
at
Dale-
what they do.
Okay,
it's
it's
Okay.
the
Galactic
sickest mobile
fucking-
hotspot. Got it.
Cellular networks.
I mean, at the same time, they made a fucking ship that can transcend like time and space, I guess.
Also, it's made of
and-
fucking out of
it's
bullshit
made, it's
debris.
made out of gummies.
You know? And then I do like that Sora is like this idiot who doesn't know how to work computer stuff. It's appropriate.
I just like how he kind of admits it now. Like Tron World, he was like, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about." Now he's like, "I don't do computers."
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I like how
That's
like
great.
he literally says, "I can't computer," like verbatim.
It's good. I like that. But you know what? You know what I don't like. You know what this fucking gummy phone enables? Ienzo.
Selfies.
Porn.
Ienzo.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, we're thinking we're on track.
Guess who's
Yeah, I'm like,
back?
I was a little
Fucking
triggered to see him. I was like,
Ienzo.
"Oh shit!"
Yeah, he like answers the call first thing on the thing. Fucking Zexian's face. I'm like,
How's it going, Sora?
What's wrong? He's on our side now, guys. Come on.
there's no way
Yeah, but
he's
he
on
was
the up and up.
he was the original guy who said, "I can smell the darkness."
Right. Oh
He
yeah.
willingly gave up his shit, his heart, for Xehanort, and he's like, "Oh, I was tricked." I'm like, "Bullshit! You were tricked. You're a researcher. You know what you were doing." There's
You're
no
a
way.
whole
But
ass-
We're getting
at the same
betrayed.
time, though, he lost his heart when he was a kid, so I want him to be able to redeem himself if he can.
Yeah, you go, Ienzo. Don't let these stupid fuckers
He's gonna
tell
betray
you
us
that.
all, man. He's gonna get Ansem's code, and then he's gonna.
He's not Iago, okay, man. Like,
His name's almost the same.
oh shit.
Oh no. You're right. Actually,
And then,
this was Nomura's plan all along.
and then the big reveal from Ienzo's phone call is like, "Oh yeah, Ansem hit some data in your heart," which sure, okay, fine. And then we're picking up this reading that you have more hearts inside of you.
Again, like Sora's entire heart is just a fucking like storage unit. It's an Airbnb storage unit. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Like oh my CDs are also stored inside Sora's heart. Like fuck.
Horrors.
Horus. you whore.
Ayo! Man,
Do they even pay rent?
I'm kind of surprised that he went straight to Roxas for this and not like, oh, I remember when that one dude's heart went to sleep inside of mine.
He was
Yeah.
6.
You'd think
But it's
he'd
also
remember
making me
that.
wonder if there's like going to be some implications between Roxas and Van. Like maybe they have a connection that's more than what it seems.
Yeah, also, he said 2 hearts, so one of them's not there?
One of them's Shion.
Yeah, but
He
there's
knows
supposed to be
Shion's coming
3,
back.
right?
He knows she's coming back.
Shut
There's
up.
Sora, Roxas, and Ven, but they only picked up 2 hearts, so I don't understand.
At the time of scanning, one of them was out. They're getting some groceries.
Yeah,
They'll be
maybe
back soon.
maybe Ven just doesn't show up because he's asleep.
He's sleeping. He's not answering his phone calls. Yeah, I don't know. I just annoyed.
We'll see where this goes, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, and that's when you get gummy ships, and then the last world for this podcast, Twilight Town. I was excited to come back to Twilight Town.
I was excited. I was kind of excited, but
I was
In a
really
weird
excited. I kind of liked it, actually. It just
Yeah,
didn't feel back at home.
I had a pretty big boner.
I'm a little sad actually that they reduced the size a bit.
Yeah.
The Sandlot's not there anymore. The back alley, Secret
But
Hideout's
they,
not
like,
there.
They
Yeah,
made
on
the
other
hub
hand, it's
like
way bigger.
they made that one part so nice that it was. worth
It's bigger. It's like more explorable and more dense with stuff. So it's I can't get too mad at it. But
Yeah, I
wish
guess
could
so.
I wish I could have climbed the clock tower though.
Yeah, I just kind of wish you could go to the clock tower because it's so iconic.
Oh shit! Yeah,
But that's
go up
about
there
it.
and eat some ice cream.
We are
Ratchet
best
command
friends.
to eat ice cream.
Let Sora, Donald, and Goofy eat ice cream up there. God.
Twilight Town's cool. Did you guys get the dialogue that you can hear from the NPCs about Cypher?
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, he's on a warrior's pilgrimage.
Yep. Effectively removing the last of the Final Fantasy characters in that world.
At least they referenced him. It's more
Yeah,
than
but
you
see,
can
that's
say
the
for
thing.
Leon.
I want people.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see them. I don't want to hear about
You
them.
ain't seeing shit.
Where are they?
The most
Where
you
are
get are just
they?
rock statues in the Olympus opening. Oh god. The world starts with a fight against some nobodies. It's like, I forget exactly how it goes, but basically the screen goes black and like a voiceless text appears. It says like, "Are you looking for my liege?" And as soon
that
as
was
that
really
happened,
cool, actually.
yeah, as soon
Yeah,
as that
I like
happened, I was
that.
like, "Nobodies? Roxas?" And then sure
Oh
enough,
yeah, because
nobody.
they showed they were talking about like the picture of like, oh yeah, this is like Twilight Town. This is where Roxas, hung out.
Yeah.
And just before that, there's a sick Kingdom Hearts Recoded reference.
Which one?
Where there's like, you know what, Sora? Data Sora said the exact same thing you just did.
Right.
Oh,
Ugh.
I'm glad I didn't play that game.
That was a thing.
I'm gonna be straight with you. Fighting all those Heartless, Arjun was there when he saw me play it. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah, she took her sweet fucking time with that one.
I did
Sitting
not
there
know
for
what I
like
was doing.
8 minutes, going, okay, you just gotta hit it.
Just,
And I'm like, no.
at least you didn't have to go through all the HP bars, because there was like 10.
That was Sephiroth. That flooded part. That literally had as much HP as Sephiroth. I swear, if they took all the Final Fantasy characters, who's the cool, like, badass hard boss now?
No
If
heart?
Sephiroth's
Is it
not
no heart again?
No, but I want Sephiroth, man. He's been in every fucking game.
No, you don't get Sephiroth. What
You'll
if
have
it's just the
no-
guy from Verum Rex?
Oh my god. He'll have the one wing, just like Sephiroth, to reference it. But it's not actually Sephiroth.
On to more important things, though, like how they fixed the hole to the old mansion in the wall.
Oh my god, that fucked me up so much. I was like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to get there?
Yeah, the official way to get to the old mansion now is through the fucking sewer.
Which is kind of gross as shit, dude.
That's why
I would
no one
prefer
goes
just the
there
hole
now.
in the wall.
But before that, you meet Hayner, Pence, and Olette again, and they're running away from that shadow swarm.
Yeah, they don't seem very concerned
so
about being
casual.
chased by Hellspawn.
And
Also-
they,
Eh,
Do we not find it cool that, although because of the way Sora visits worlds and like the concept of time, like it's only been like a week for Twilight Town, like for Hayner, Pence, and Olette
Yeah,
to have seen Sora, but for Sora it's been fucking ages.
yeah.
Was it a week?
A week because Vanessa, you say the thing.
oh yeah, I kind of assumed it's like a week to 2 weeks because they reference how they finished their school project of finding the 7 wonders, so it can't be that long.
Oh.
So yeah, in that sense, they're like, yeah, summer vacation. Like, so it's alluded they're still on summer vacation or just beginning school because they're like, we're gonna go to the beach. So they're still talking about it.
What if it's the next summer vacation?
But no, because even then, when Sora's like, "Oh, yo, it's been so long," Donald and Goofy correct him, and they're like, "No, it hasn't."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, what are you talking about?
So yeah, like it's kind of
Does that
like
mean all
like
of
I kind of think that's kind of dope because like for them it's like, oh, we just saw Sora last week, but like Sora's been doing so much shit before then. Like
I went to sleep. I was in a coma. I almost got overtaken by darkness. What the fuck?
You guys have been doing
I li-
homework?
I like how, like, the last time you see them, you just go into the dated Twilight Town and go to the world that never is.
Yeah, you just piece it.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, hey, Sora's back. They never
Yeah,
came back.
You came in from a yeah. You just never showed back up, so we just went home and went to sleep like normal. There's been no biggie.
Well, they're still on that virtual Twilight Town train because that's what they want to do.
I guess that's another instance of breaking the fourth wall a little bit where Sora's all about, man, it feels like it's been so long since I've last been here.
Yeah, a little
It's
bit.
like a nod to the fans.
yeah.
For us, not that long, because we just did fucking Death March.
Yeah, just play Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's fine. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Uh,
So you fight your way through the sewers to the forest. I like fighting in the forest. Like there's a lot of verticality and trees and stuff.
yeah, there's like slopes and stuff like
Pretty
that.
fun.
There's monkeys.
Oh, the monkeys suck.
I got triggered because I'm like Tarzan. That's when you first saw them.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. We haven't actually seen that many nobodies, have we?
Not yet. I'm sure it's
Or
coming.
this is yeah. You finally get to the mansion after. Oh no! First you go
Sa-
to the forest and you
You
find a
save,
bunch of fruit
you save
on the floor.
Ratatouille. What's his name?
Remy?
Right.
What?
Is it Remy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call him
Remy.
Little Chef. But yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if he had a name or not because they just call him Little Chef.
Yeah. Well, obviously his other frat friends would know his name, but yeah, because they don't know humans can't talk to him. They're like, yeah, Little Chef.
He should talk. He's a magic rat.
Which kind of makes me confused because I'm like, if Uncle Scrooge is like a sentient animal, wouldn't he be able to understand what he's saying? But I guess
Ducks
not.
don't speak rat? What are you talking about?
They're animals. How the fucking Goofy understand Donald then?
I also like
'Cause
how
he
Uncle
speaks
Scrooge
English.
has a. I like how Uncle Scrooge has a Scottish accent, but Donald sounds like he's dying when he talks.
He's trying to mimic the accent but can't.
Oh, a lot is anyway. You saved Remy, which unlocks the new side feature,
Cooking.
cooking.
Did you guys do the cooking?
Yes, I love cooking.
Really simple. I kind of wanted them to make me do multiple steps in one go instead of just like, oh, crack an egg. Congratulations.
But I mean, like,
Phil
remember,
Hambe.
kids are also playing this too,
Fuck
right?
those kids.
Okay.
That was the easiest answer to that, but okay there.
I don't know, it's fine.
Um,
I like that you can get like set bonuses for making a full course.
yeah, I actually thought that was so neat. I did that before one of the next boss in the next for Toy Story after that, which was really fun.
It's gonna help me on my level 1 run.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, restaurant stuff. That's the shizdig. You get to the mansion.
And then they want to go to virtual Twilight Town, but they need the password. The computer is locked out, so they gotta talk to Yenzo again. And they spend 17 years setting up an interplanetary communications LAN server.
And I like how as it goes on, Sora's like, I don't understand what's going on with these computers.
Yeah.
Just a hellish shrug. He doesn't understand, and they don't even get in. They just have to. Or Ian's like, he doesn't even let them go in. He's like, oh wow, this is really helpful. Oh, let me analyze this first. So essentially, he just tells us to fuck off.
Yeah, so you leave. Well, Hayner and Alette gotta go to work, because that's more important
Yeah.
than going to virtual Twilight Town.
They gotta go and get money for pretzels,
They gotta
okay?
get paid,
Ice
because
cream.
there's 4 of them
Go to
now.
Go to the beach and try to be friends with Roxas, even though they don't know who Roxas is.
Yeah, but they believe with all their hearts. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
Sora's just like, yeah, believe in Roxas, even though you don't know who the fuck Roxas is, and he'll be there. Don't worry.
Don't worry
I'm like,
about it.
yeah, I guess I can do that. Doesn't make much sense, but sure, why not?
Don't worry about it.
Um,
After that, you leave the mansion and you get confronted by Xemnas
Xehanort and Xehanort.
Yeah, Xehanort 1 and Xehanort B.
Ansem Xehanort and Zemnis Xehanort.
Yeah, Zemnort.
AX and XX.
Ugh,
AKA Terranort.
God
God damn it.
damn it, yeah. So basically, the
Yeah.
gist of the conversation is like, Roxas was never meant to exist, and
Why do you even care?
yeah, why do you care? Go seek darkness, Sora. If that's what you want to do. That works for us. And then Sora's like, "Fuck you, Roxas is my bro. I'm gonna bring Roxas back."
Roxas is my best friend, and you can go suck a penis.
I thought the dialogue in this cutscene was kind of bad, but mostly like on Sora's end.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like Sora never really has like good conversations.
It's very kid-friendly, like, understandable
It doesn't like
voice line.
flow from the thing that someone said to him. Like the quote I have in my notes is, Ansem says, "Roxas should have never existed." To which Sora responds, "Roxas does exist. His heart's in my heart." I'm like, Okay. Dude, maybe rewrite that so it actually responds to what Ansem just said to you.
Yeah, I feel like that's just how it is a lot. Like they try to have like witty kind of philosophical questions with Sora, and he's like, "I don't care.
I'm
I'm just gonna
saying
do.
what I feel.
I'm gonna just do my thing." And they're like, say what you," and then they like leave. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
They're
later
like,
on,
cool, bro. Fight all these heartless.
yeah, they send Neo Shadows after you. I'm like, aren't you like 20 hours too early for that?
no.
Goofy
I don't
does
care.
make an astute but misguided observation in that cutscene. He's like, Ansem and Xemnas exist at the same time, and that's why it should be alright that Sora and Roxas can coexist. But I'm like, Ansem and Xemnas are heartless and nobody, not a somebody and a nobody. So that's apples and oranges. But thanks for trying,
No,
Goofy.
but at the same time, it's kind of valid because Master Xehanort exists. Like he's alive.
Yeah, but he
And I
also
think-
time travels and shit. Man,
I
Xehanort breaks all the
suppose.
rules.
And I think Sora was technically a heartless at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, even when Kairi changed him back. She used part of her heart to change him, but he was still technically heartless.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, dude, did you guys get Rage Form yet?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, it is so good.
Yeah, anti-form. I don't fully understand the mechanics, because you can, like, prolong the duration by sacrificing HP, but I don't know if that gets you anything.
If you do it enough, you get this crazy finisher.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit.
love that finisher.
It just shoots lasers everywhere.
Oh,
Like it covers
yeah.
the screen in lasers.
It does some like creepy, like yeah. To me, it seems like he just opened up a void into the darkness and just tries to suck you in.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that, because it just looked like he was getting access to, like, longer combos every time I did it or something.
What I liked about it is it's like a high risk, high reward type deal. Because
Yeah.
I've been killed a couple times trying to use it because it does suck up all your HP. But then if you do it enough, you get that really devastating finisher that will just kill.
It's good against bosses, too. Ah, Rage Form's good. I love that anti-form is still there. And then, let's see, after that, you fight your way back to the forest, and then Sora's got to go tell Hainer and Co. to believe in Roxas with all of his heart.
Yeah. Can I just make a comment on the battle
No.
at the Mansion Lawn? Because that arena triggers me because that's the same goddamn arena where you have to fight fucking Vex and Chain of Memories and Riku Replica in his final form.
They have a lot of fights
And those
there.
are both some frustrating boss fights. So my memory's just marred by those battles. So every time I'm on that lawn, I just think about it.
You have problems that you need to work out with a psychologist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, so Sora's gonna go tell them to believe in Roxas with all their heart. I don't know how that's gonna work, but, that's fine. Oh, yeah, and then Olette gives you that poster with a QR code on it that lets you instant download a video game. I'm like,
Oh, fucking goddamn it. I'm like, there's even QR codes.
I'm like, yeah, the internet's
Yeah.
good in the future. Did you guys play the classic Kingdom games yet?
Nope. I
Nope.
didn't even
I
touch it.
played one, but I want to get the achievement for getting a high score, or basically playing all of them.
There's a lot of them.
I know, and I'm gonna do it because I
They're
care
all
about
just
the
Game
trophy.
& Watch games.
I want to fucking do it,
Yo.
you little bastard.
You got a game on your phone?
I think you get a Keyblade for playing some of them or all of them or something too.
Ooh.
I don't know. I heard,
Oh, now Coben gives a shit.
heard that.
A fine addition to my collection.
I guess we'll end off the story segment by saying there's a scene where Ansem, Xemnas, and Xigbar are all talking to each other, and then Ansem just straight up calls Sora retarded.
Hmm.
It's pretty savage.
It's just like they never would have figured it out if we didn't help them. So we gotta do something.
Yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
like looked down on Sora a lot, and like pretty much everyone, like the bad guys went from like typical baddies to like these like really condescending jackass, like people that you actually hate.
Yeah, which
For
is
real, though?
It's not even fair because Xigbar makes the astute observation that Sora's killed them all.
Yeah, like for real, they talk a lot of shit for getting their asses beat by Sora.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's also kind of funny that they say that not to his face. They're like, "Wow, Sora's such a bad. He's so stupid. And they're like, he killed all of us, right? Yeah, but that's not important. He's still stupid. But I guess we'll just end it off with like, I don't know. Do you guys have any sort of like questions or theories for the next little part?
I don't know if I know enough to make any guesses about where the story is gonna go.
I've been wondering about like who all the new organization members are. I think there's like one or two that are iffy for me. Like one or two I don't know.
I'm trying to think if, let's see, out of where we've gotten in the game, not counting just the podcast, there's, let's see, Young Xehanort, Master Xehanort, Ansem Seeker of Darkness, Xemnas, Xigbar, two more that are not in this podcast. That leaves, there's 13, right? Darknesses?
Yep.
That leaves 6 more to find.
Honestly, I'm more concerned. Like, yeah, it's kind of scary because I feel like the Warriors of Light are like kind of easy to figure out, but yeah, the Warriors of Darkness, you're like, I have no idea.
Well, let's see. There's 7. So there's Mickey, Sora, Riku, Kairi, Axel, and then there's 2 more to find. Right?
Goofy.
Well, he doesn't count. He's not a Keyblade wielder.
He is in my heart.
Yeah, that's what kind of
It is in my
scares
heart.
me because if you include the Birth by Sleep characters, that's more than 7.
Yeah.
So it's like, uh-oh, is something going to happen to somebody because they're not needed by the plot armor?
Sora, Ventus, and Roxas are just like a 3-in-1, so it's like,
Oh, but what if they fill it out, which is Ven and Roxas, though?
no.
Because Terra's already fallen to darkness, and then Aqua gets Norded.
Yeah.
Spoilers!
Whatever, she gets Norded in that trailer.
Spoiler! I don't know that for sure.
She gets
could be
fucking Norded.
It could be
You're
undone.
too late, Mickey.
Can you
No!
undo Nording?
Yes, you
I
can.
think
Just
you
control
can.
Z it.
Pretty sure you can.
Well,
Oh,
I
wait.
mean, in some of the cuts,
Oh, wait, no,
I
sorry.
mean, some of the cutscenes.
I missed
some
one
of the
of the
cutscenes in-
organization members, so there's only 5.
Some of the
spots.
cutscenes. Some of the cuts. Some of the.
Shut up, Coleman.
Put it this way, it's hinted that it could happen.
I mean, technically, Riku got
Anything can
possessed
happen.
by Ansem/Xehanort, but
You fuckers! As much as I'd love to in 3 craft my way through hell, I have to go to bed. You fucks. So.
No. You stay here.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just end off with what is the next checkpoint?
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, you know what? We don't know, and the people listening don't even know. It's a surprise for
We're
everyone.
at least going to be doing Toy Story and Tangled, because we've already done them. And then we'll see where the story takes us.
Alright, cool.
Probably until like the next time the story makes a major shift.
I guess so. It depends. Oh, I mean, I don't want to put too much in one podcast. That's going to be a long podcast.
The game's over.
Yeah.
What happened? I'm done.
Yeah.
Anyway, that'll do it for us. Thank you for joining me, Arjun.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for joining me,
Been a
Vanessa.
ride, and it always will be a ride.
Thanks, Vanessa.
No worries.
And thank you, Gilbin. Okay. Okay.
Your voice cut out, so I didn't hear.
No.
But yeah, you're welcome.
Nope. Nope.
It's always just feeling like, fuck you.
Is there like a lot of lag on your end, Coben? Because I feel like every single
I think-
time I say thanks, Coben, there's like a 3-second pause.
You keep cutting off sometimes. I think my Wi-Fi is just fucked up right now.
Anyway, and thank you, viewer/listener, for listening to this whole long podcast. See you all next time. Bye.